Ladies and gentlemen, now I know today a lot of people are freaking out about the release schedule of Global, having this skip banner tomorrow with 6 new heroes that all had pretty dead banners on the Japanese version, kind of rolled into one. I think has a lot of people worried about the speed at which we're catching up to the Japanese version. And the thing that I've seen most this morning is people being really worried that they're flat broke at the moment and have no gems to summon on Assault Mode Meliodas, and also a fairly good chance that in 2 weeks' time the Assault Mode Meliodas banner is going to drop. So today I just want to outline the next 6 weeks of the game, because the thing is, even if his banner does drop in 2 weeks' time, it's still active for 4 weeks' time, so it means you got 6 and a bit weeks from today to get all the gems you need to summon on the Assault Mode Meliodas banner. Now personally, Assault Mode Meliodas I think is a character that's very fun for PvE content, but just not really top meta for like either PvE or PvP. The problem is in PvP, he just doesn't really have the right support units at the moment, and he gets clapped by Lostvayne, Sariel, the 1 Escanor. He's very, very easy to counter with a lot of top meta setups, so if you fully invest in him for PvP, you're going to find you really don't have a good win ratio when it comes to like those top meta teams and fighting the big blubbery boys there. And also for PvE, he's actually quite a slow character, because he needs to get hit like quite a few times, and his team needs to get hit in order to build up that passive. So he's very fun for like soloing content and doing some cheese stuff, but again, there are just like better options out there for the majority of scenarios. So Assault Mode Meliodas, I can definitely understand why everybody wants to get him, man, because he's Assault Mode Meliodas, again, very big character in the anime, but realistically he's not that good. So personally, on my free-to-play account, I'm going to be skipping Assault Mode Meliodas. However, I'm going on the assumption today that you are a free-to-play player, you've got 0 gems currently, and you want to summon on Assault Meliodas, you want to add him to the collection, and you've already done your summons on the 1 Escanor. You had 5 and a bit weeks to prepare for the 1 Escanor, there was plenty of heads up, I mean even more before that from the initial announcement on JP. If you were paying attention to YouTube, you knew he was coming, so hopefully you skip the Festival King banner and have plenty of gems to get Escanor there. But it does look like in the next 6 weeks of the game, the amount of gems that you can possibly gain is actually really, really high. It's kind of in the 1,200 to 1,400 region, because it looks like we're going to get double Final Boss. We got Final Boss Barn come in, also Final Boss Escanor next Tuesday as well. When the current tower expires, we should be getting a brand new tower, and then 4 weeks after that, a brand new tower as well. So we should have 2 towers within that 6-week period as well. Not to mention, we have one really, really big thing, and this is absolutely huge. I've been banging on about it for about 2 and a bit months now, man. I swear I've done like 3 to 6 videos putting emphasis on gold farming and how goddamn important it is. But the big thing is that if you've been on top of gold farming as free to play, which you definitely should have, man, we've had 3 half stamina weekends now since the brand new revamp version, and we're going to have one more toward the end of this 2-week event as well. You should have a really, really nice stack of gold. So currently on my free to play, I'm sitting like, what is it, just under 700 million there, and I actually missed off like close to a full day of farming as well on one of the weekends. So yeah, man, I'm actually like a little bit lagging behind on the free to play, but I did a test last time we had the equipment draw rate up on Global about 5 months ago. Actually, I think we had one in between as well, but these are the results for 250 million gold. So I got 519 5-star awakening stones, and since then the big thing that's been added to equipment is whenever you 5-star equipment, you now get 1 gem. So 519 5-star awakening stones is almost 35 gems there. So on top of everything else as well, on average every 250 million gold, and this wasn't with like +5ing SSR equipment as well, so I actually think it's going to be a little bit higher than this in comparison, but roughly speaking 250 million gold is going to be out 35 gems. But on my free to play, man, I'm going to +5 every single piece of SSR equipment before I salvage it, just so that I can maximize the amount of 5-star awakening stones, and that's like maximize the amount of gems I can gain as well. So looking at my free to play gem gain via the salvaging event, I think it's it's going to be at least 100 gems, maybe 150, 200 if I'm a little bit lucky. But again, with the equipment draw, your luck can vary quite significantly as well. But yeah, dude, I'm so excited for that event tomorrow because it's going to be like so many gems, so many anvils, so many hammers, also so much SSR equipment, and there's a pretty good chance like salvaging and going through so much on the equipment draw that you're going to get a few pieces that are absolutely perfect for your main characters as well. So personally, man, that's one event like I'm so excited for. So yeah, a couple of weeks ago, we also did a full breakdown on all of the ways that you can farm gems in this game. So if you're a new or progressing player, there might be additional stuff you're missing and stuff like achievements. Also, affection could be a really good source for a lot of people, especially if you got to rinse some skip tickets as well during the next half stamina weekend. But also there's additional free gifts, I think, as well. With the announcement that was released earlier this morning, I think we're going to be getting 1 gem via the 1-year anniversary chapter clear award. I think this is going to be every single day, so I think that's an additional 14 gems there. And also with the release, assuming that Assault Meliodas does drop in 2 weeks' time, there's also going to be a new story chapter, so I think that's going to give you 40 gems, 30 gems for the completion of the previous one, plus also gems for doing the stage as well. So all of the stuff should add up really nicely, plus as well, we don't know what additional like bonus events and free stuff is in the woodwork, so yeah, I think there's probably going to be quite a nice stack throughout the next like 5 and a bit weeks, and we also do get some free summons on tomorrow's banner as well. But again, personally, man, the Assault Meliodas banner, as I talked about like toward the start of the video, is not a bad banner to summon on, but it's a very skippable banner if you are free to play and you're like chasing the top meta. You want to have the best options for PvE and also PvP. Like, he's a fun unit, and it's maybe a banner that you do want to summon on if you're looking for the Archangels as well. If you didn't summon on the Archangels banner, you've got an excess of gems and managed to hoard some after summoning on the 1 Escanor. Again, it can kill like 2 birds with 1 stone if you do get very lucky, but they've still got like a 0.25% rate each, so the chance of seeing them is quite low. It's non-guaranteed. The only guaranteed value on this banner is Assault Meliodas and 900 gems. And also, just to look what else is in the banner, you've got a lot of the coin shop commandment units. So you got Red Zeldris, Blue Droll. Again, these are currently very valuable characters to have duplicates on, man, because they're very good for all sorts of stuff. And then you've also got the New Year's characters as well, and also the movie characters. So yeah, not too fussed about Bellion or Alart, but yeah, like Green Dean Melly can always be like a pretty nice pickup in a banner like this. So yeah, it's not like a bad banner to summon on, but at the same time, I don't want to give any spoilers away, but like, if you've been watching friggin' season 4 of 7 Deadly Sins, there are going to be some mad characters coming, and this is my perspective running my free-to-play account currently. Like, looking at some of the characters that we've got like shortly around the corner, because we're kind of bridging the end of Season 3, probably going to have Chandler, probably going to have some beast mode versions of the commandments, Endura Derry, Season 3 Esterosa, maybe Endura Monspeed as well. So yeah, I think there's going to be a lot of crazy broken characters coming. And also my perspective with Assault Melee as well is that there's probably going to be a commandment or a character or Chandler that makes him really good, because he's kind of just missing essentially that Demon Arthur style character to give him buffs, so that his Amplify card can go absolutely nuts. And if he gets that, man, he's going to be really crazy. But currently the team is just so incredibly flawed whichever way you run him. If you got Blue Droll and Melascula, it's just so easy to deal with like the 1 Escanor or Sario or Lostfane. Like, every single top meta DPS unit at the moment just like plays around Assault Melee, and most of the time as well, the Assault Melee teams the commandments generally having like lower combat class in comparison to Festival Sins characters means that you're going second. And yeah, it's just like very hard to win against the 1 Escanor unless the 1 Escanor has some really bad RNG. So yeah, he's just not really that much of a worthwhile investment if you're looking to secure a solid win ratio in PvP. But again, I totally understand why people want to summon on this banner, because Assault Meliodas as a character is friggin' Assault Mode Meliodas, man. He's really, really cool, very hype. And again, I do believe in the future with the right support unit, he's going to be crazy. But I also think when that support unit does release that's catered toward Assault Mode Meliodas, he's probably also going to be on that banner as well. Very similar to like how last year we had the Lost Fame banner, and I skipped that banner on my free-to-play account because I knew the Lost Fame and Goddess Liz banner was coming out, and then I could have the best of the both worlds and pull both of those characters, and then I was just sorted. So I'd skip out on you know, getting super sweaty on my free-to-play and PvP for quite some time because of that decision. However, if you summon on the one Escanor, it's not like Assault Melee's a top meta option, you know. You're still going to be clapping Assault Melee's left and right with your one Escanor, so you're going to be in a really, really good spot. But yeah, overall, again, it is up to you. I just wanted to lay out that, you know, in the time frame of the next 6 weeks, especially with the equipment rate up as well and everything that's going to be going on, even if you are free-to-play right now with 0 gems and you just commit to saving, you're gonna have the 900 gems, man. As long as you're staying active, keeping on top of tower, keeping on top of final boss, you only need to get top 50% in final boss for the gems, and tower as well. You know, like absolute worst case scenario right now, you should have Green God Arthur from the one festival, and he's just a cheat code for like every single tower, man. He's just like a broken unit for PvE, and they've given you like one of the best PvE characters for free. So yeah, I don't think they've been doing a bad job, man. Like the delay in the Assault Mode Meliodas banner means that it's entirely feasible now for any free-to-play player that's been smart and savvy with their gems and resources to have both of the characters. I could summon on Assault Melee on my free-to-play, but I don't want to, because I'm waiting for like that next like meta-breaking, game-changing unit. So hopefully I can go like a 4 rotation, maybe even 2 rotations. So yeah, we should be in a pretty good spot. But also the thing is, like the one Escanor banner currently at the moment is, at least in my opinion, the best banner that has ever been added to the game. So my plan on the free-to-play is to rinse all of my gems on the one Escanor banner, and then when the banner ends and like I get my gems for the next week, then buy Escanor's cosmetics. Might actually take me a couple of weeks to save up and buy them all, and then I'm probably going to have a period of about 2 months to save up, because yeah, after the end of his banner, I assume it's going to be Assault Melee banner for 4 weeks, maybe like Mark II Valenti after that, so that gives me like another 4-week period, and then maybe we roll into like the Lolly Merlin festival, and at least in my opinion, she's like a massive whale unit, man. Yeah, she's pretty ridiculous for like the Dociel on turn 1. However, if you are going second, she's pretty easy to either control or damage down and kind of reduce the effectiveness of her passive as well. So yeah, I just don't think she's like really a good investment for free to play. Plus her banner sucks as well, man. There's so much trash in her banner. So my plan for the free to play eventually is to get Lolly Merlin off a better festival banner, and hopefully the one coming after her, probably like 4 to 6 weeks, maybe even like 8 to 12 weeks after, man. Again, you really don't know with the pace of global, but yeah, we'll see what happens then. But the point is, like, you know, it's up to you what you want to summon on, like your decisions, your roster, your account, depending on your priorities. But just to let you know, you do have time in the next 6 weeks to get the 900 gems together to guarantee that you're going to get Assault Mode Meliodas. And also, like, he's not a must summon banner as well. If you want to skip him, it's not a bad choice, man. He really isn't top meta, and is going to take a lot of investment, not only in himself, but also like building out full UR gear for all the commandments as well, if you do want to like maximize his team when it comes to geared PvP. And I get that some people will really want to do that, but, you know, just throwing out there as well, like, it's a lot to invest in with Assault Melee and his team. But yeah, I'm really happy with the outcome of the boycott Assault Melee movement, just because it allowed free-to-play to guarantee that they can get the one Escanor and had enough time, enough gems to save up. But also, if you're savvy free-to-play, you can also save up and guarantee that you get Assault Mode Meliodas as well. And that's 2 of the coolest characters guaranteed, man. I would say 2 of the best, but Assault Melee is not really quite one of the best in my opinion. But he's a cool character, man. I'm going to definitely enjoy like playing around with him on my whale account when he does come. However, I really do hope that it is 4 weeks till the release of Assault Mode Meliodas. But again, worst case scenario, his banner did last a a full 6 weeks on the Japanese version, because he is like an alternate festival banner. So from the time of his release, you will have 4 weeks to get all the gems. So worst case scenario, and this is absolute worst case here, he releases in 2 weeks time, and from today you have 4 weeks to get all of the gems for Assault Mode Meliodas. And there's going to be a couple of towers, probably a couple of final bosses as well, equipment draw rate up, we got free gems coming with the event next week, and loads of stuff that we don't even know about yet. So I'm pretty optimistic about the weeks to come. I actually think they've been doing a really, really good job just hammering us with free stuff and events and content since the boycott movement, man, and I do feel strongly that they are moving in a better direction. So yeah, it's just my thoughts. I understand some people feel differently, man, but I think, you know, kind of the way that they're pacing stuff at the moment is very fair. You could pay absolutely nothing and have the best and coolest characters as long as you're smart with your resources. So yeah, ladies and gentlemen, let me know your thoughts in the comments section below, and if you did enjoy today's breakdown, please do smash that like button, that'd be greatly appreciated. Aside from that, thank you all very much for watching, take care, and I hope that you have an absolutely fantastic day.